Merry early Christmas, everyone. Ecology here, and welcome to World of Tanks. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys the brand new Christmas premium that Wargaming gave us early this year for some reason. Our Christmas gift, which is well, it's a Hungarian tank. It's the 43M Toldi III. I think I pronounced that right. I probably ain't. If I didn't, I'm not perfect. Let's see, what is this thingy? Modification of the 38M Towed 1 light tank. The vehicle was named after the Hungarian knight Milos Towed. I'm sorry, I don't do Hungarian names. The tank featured improved armor and increased ammunition capacity compared to previous versions. Approximately 12 vehicles were manufactured during World War II. So this tank actually were manufactured, which is pretty good actually. It has a commander, a gunner, and a driver, which is nice. It's nice. So yeah, this thing was actually, no, I don't want to create a platoon, I want to click the X, was actually produced in, well, 12 of these. And I like that. I like having historical tanks in the game. But what I don't like is having historical tanks in game being in a German tech tree. I want a Hungarian tech tree, please. Wargaming. Eventually, Hungarian tech tree. Hungarians. Yes. Because if this is the version 3, and this is a tier 3, so the tier 1 can be the Toad 1, the tier 2 can be the Toad 3, or the Toad 2, and then this thing at tier 3, and then, because we already seen it with the Czechoslovakian tanks, because this was a Czechoslovakian tank, but now it's actually in-game as a tier 6 tank, so hopefully they'll implement Hungarian tanks like they did the Czechoslovakian. This is Czechoslovakian as well. That's Czechoslovakian. This is Hungarian. Okay, yeah. So let's sit back and relax as I go over the HD specs. I go over the statistics of this vehicle. We look at its suspension, like I always do with my HD model looks. So sit back and relax and enjoy. And here we are installing Brad to look at its suspension, because I love looking at tank suspension. I'm sorry about the wonky camera. I'm still trying to figure out how to accurately do that camera mode, but let's look up. It looks pretty good right now. Up and over suspension. Oh, turn that off. There we go. Much better. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's go slow. 5 miles per hour, or kilometers. Down, 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 up. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I can't really find any complaints about it. I like the suspension. I think it's pretty well done. I think it's well done. And back to the garage. And here we look at the tank in a little bit more detail as I face through it. Now let's get closer. There we go. There's the drive sprocket, which I have to say is one of the good-looking drive sprockets that I've seen on a tank, but this isn't German, so it's Hungarian, so of course it's going to be fancy. I like the bolt action on the drive sprocket. The teeth are nicely done, and it looks like it mashes pretty nicely with the track, which is nice. The road wheels are nicely done. Rubber surrounding metal. Rubber road wheels, which are nice. Nice bolt detail, and you can see back there. You can see the springs, or the suspension arms. You got some return rollers to return the track to its rear idler wheel, which is also a road wheel. So it doubles as both a road wheel and an idler wheel, which is nice. I like the sprocket detail, or the spoke detail on the tank. All in all, it looks pretty nice. Let's move up a bit. The side detail is not really that much, but you do have a vent on the side for cooling the engine. You got a pickaxe and a jack to lift up the tank, and you got a box to hold ammunition or assorted tools or something. Now, if I get him to move, we'll see the side of the turret. Or I can look at the side turret. Well, it has a hatch right here. Nice rivet detail, I guess. Has a bigger hatch right here, so crew members can actually get in and out if the tank's on fire or something. So that's good. There we go. Let's see him move that tank a bit. There we go. Well, the rear of the turret isn't really that good, but it is pointed. It is slanted on each side, which is nice. The top of the engine deck isn't really that detailed. You got some vents on each side of the turret, which is nice. You got some hatches for your gas and oil and stuff like that. You got two big hatches, probably for viewing the engine in a hurry. Like, just pop those off, stick your arm down there, and maybe fix it, I guess. You got another vent back here for your radiator to get more cool air. In the back, you got two exhaust systems. Probably this is twin-engined, maybe. I don't really know. That track detail is pretty nice, I have to say. I like that track detail. There's a small little lights back here, so a reverse light or a marker light or some sort. Underneath detail, there's not much except for two hatches, probably for the driver to get out if there's a fire in a hurry. As we traverse the tank one more time. Or, well, there's going to be one more time. Same side detail as before, except for up here where you get a shovel and a tank bar. You get to see that vent a little bit more clearly, which is nice. But same thing on the other side, but this side of the turret does not get a hatch. A small little hatch next to the big hatch, so that's different. The top of the turret is pretty nice. You got your viewport, and it looks like either a mounting for a machine gun or a radio antennae of some sort. Now we look at the front of the tank. The top of the turret has a bow mount or coaxial machine gun, bow mounted. You can see the rifling in the gun, which is nice, and each of those little holes are technically see-through. As I slowly see, they're little holes, and they are see-through, which is nice. Granted, it's really hard to see through them, but it is there. It is there, which is a nice detail. You got hooks on the side of the turret, so the turret can be easily lifted. You got a nice looking commander's hatch. It's quite small and has little hatches that lift up, which I think is pretty cool. Protection for the commander. The front of the tank, you got your driver's compartment, which has a hatch so the driver can get in and out. But granted, you have to traverse the turret so the driver can get in and out, because that mantlet is going to stop him from moving. You got viewports on each side to see out. You got I'm guessing this big rounded metal piece is a grab iron, so crew members can grab that and easily get on top of the tank from the front. You got two headlights on each side, which is nice. And then you got a nicely sloped front plate, which I like a lot because it has two mounting places for the transmission, I'm guessing, because the transmission needs to power the front end drive sprockets, because it's a frontal driven tank. You got two tow hooks in the front, which look very nice. And that's it for the Toldi III. I like this thing. I like this thing a lot. I like the way it looks. I'm so upset. See, this is the thing. I'm happy that there's now a Hungarian tank in the game, but I'm also very upset that there's not a Hungarian tech tree. So tell me in the comments if you want to see a Hungarian tech tree. You want to see those Hungarian tanks, like I want to see. I would love to see Hungarian tanks in the game. So, well, this is the HD model of the Toldi III. And back to the garage so I can go over some stats. And here we are in the garage with the Toldi III, or the 43M dot 43M Toldi III Hungarian tank. And I'm going to go over some stats. Let's see, it has 230 hit points, which is okay for a tier 3, I guess. It weighs 12 tons, roughly. Or, well, 9.42 out of 12, I guess. It has 155 horsepower. Top speed is 45 kilometers, which isn't bad for a small little light tank. Traverse speed is 45 degrees a second. Hull armor is, well, turret armor. No, that's hull. Hull armor is 35 in the front, which is okay, I guess. That slope is going to be pretty nice, but that driver's hatch is probably going to be a weak point. Probably. It has 13 in the side, which is not that good, and it's even worse in the rear with 10. But I'm guessing those mufflers add spaced armor, so I guess it could be worse, I guess. Just keep showing your front plate and you should be fine. Turret armor is 35 in the front, which probably is more with the gun mantlet, being spaced armor and all. 25 in the side, which isn't bad, and 25 in the rear, which isn't bad. It's pretty rounded. Standard shell damage is 34 through 56. Standard shell penetration is 48 through 80. 48 through 80. Rate of fire is 15 rounds per minute. Actual gun reload is 3.84 seconds. Turret traverse speed is 30 degrees a second. View range is 270 and signal range is 400. So let's go over some guns. It has a 40mm, 37, 42 ML, 45, which isn't bad. Penetration is 64, average damage is 45. It's not bad, but this does not get premium matchmaking, so it can see tier 5s, I think. So yeah, it's good, but it's not good at the same time. The turret is pretty good. Its engine is a Grenzy 8 VGT 107. I like engines a lot. And then the radio is an R5A, which is all unique engines and all unique radios, which are cool. All in all, I like this thing a lot. Tell me in the comments what you think about the Toldi III, and do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think Wargaming did it again? They gave us another crappy vehicle, or do you like this thing? Are you surprised that Wargaming actually gave us a good vehicle this year? But that's up for you to decide. In my opinion, I think it's fantastic. I think they gave us a good vehicle. The only vehicle that I don't like that they gave us was that Panzer II off D, but I like it, but I don't. It's all that situational type stuff. So, with that being said, thanks so much for watching, and remember to click the like button and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in more videos. See ya. Bye-bye.